Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 5th June 2023. My name is TSV Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. This is my spiritual vlog on YouTube. Haribol TRSV Nectar NECTAR Nectar. In this particular vlog, in all our previous videos, we have been discussing about the knowledge and information that we have gleaned through the study of spiritual books, scriptures, contemplation on the material universe, and meditation on the spiritual universe. This particular video is no exception to that rule. In fact, it is a mere continuation of what we have been doing in all my previous videos. Kindly subscribe to this vlog and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of all my previous videos. So let us talk about the topic of today. My topic of today is one of the most favorite topics close to every spiritualist's heart. It is known as astral projection. So many spiritualists of yore and of present times have tried astral projection during meditation and otherwise to get self realization, go towards liberation, and ultimately get delivered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am also trying to be a spiritualist, and so I am slowly getting hooked to astral projection. What is astral projection? Astral projection is the metaphysical art and science to detach oneself from this gross body and roam around in the ether along with the three subtle bodies and the soul as a capsule so that we learn better about life, the world, the heavens, the paradise, and the metaphysics through astral projection. There is a lot of knowledge and energy in the ether. We can make the best use of that particular knowledge only through or easily through astral projection. I would not say only because there must be other ways too. But here, this one I have found most intriguing, interesting, and blissful. Astral projection is one art which, if you try to perfect, you enjoy every millimeter and inch and ounce of this process. Now, astral projection is, as I told, an art, a science which needs some perseverance, practice, and skill. Not all human beings can easily go into astral projection. It takes practice, perseverance, and patience. According to Mr. Sanjeev Malik of Spiritual Forums, who is an international teacher in spiritualism, there are at least 4 lakh species of human beings alone in this world of different categories. These 4 lakh human beings or human living entities are of different categories. They may belong to infancy, babyhood, childhood, adolescence, teenage, adulthood, middle level, and old age in spiritualism. It is not necessary that all are equally experienced. It depends on the psychic and cerebral evolvement of a human living entity, and furthermore, it also depends on that particular living entity's interest towards spiritualism. You cannot say that everyone is interested in spiritualism. In fact, there have been several cases where a young man is interested in spiritualism, whereas a 90-year-old man is still interested only in materialism. I myself, and I am certain you yourself, would have seen this in various examples and instances. Hence, we cannot say that everyone can do astral projection. In fact, in one of my videos, I have told specifically that only 5% of humanity is interested in spiritualism, meditation, self realization, liberation, etc. at any given time. The other 95% are interested in other hobbies or pursuits. These 5% we are talking about. Now, in astral projection, you must first try to meditate within, look within, and try to find out those knots which will be untied before you can detach yourself from the gross body. Once you detach yourself from the gross body, the thing that remains is the 3 subtle bodies of etheric senses, astral mind of feelings and emotions, and causal mind or causal body of intelligence and logic. These envelop us, the soul. These 4, that is, 3 subtle bodies plus the soul, launch into the ether in pursuit of divine and spiritual knowledge and experience, so that this particular living entity may one day get self realized, liberated, and delivered. This astral projection is so interesting that in this case, this living entity may experience death first hand without dying himself or herself. There is an invisible silver cord that connects this subtle body plus soul to the gross body in the umbilical cord. Only when this silver cord is snapped permanently, does a living entity leave his or her gross body in a particular bus in this terra firma? But in astral projection, this experience of death is experienced and enjoyed by the living entity without allowing that invisible subtle silver cord to be snapped. Once this person begins roaming around in the ether, he or she may go according to his or her etheric body of senses, astral body of emotions and feelings, or causal body of intelligence. It depends on the karma and destiny of this particular living entity as to which side he or she chooses during one astral travel. It is also not necessary that the same living entity should choose only one range during every astral travel. The same living entity may once go into etheric senses for the knowledge of senses, second time go into the astral mind for knowledge about emotions, platonic love, feelings, etc. And in the third journey as astral person, this same living entity may go into causal intelligence of logic. It also depends on the living entity as to which one he or she chooses to pursue time and again. 50% of the spiritualists and other people interested in spiritualism who try astral projection are enamored by the knowledge of etheric senses. 40% are enamored by the knowledge of etheric senses and astral mind of feelings and emotions. Only 10% are attracted towards all the three, that is, etheric senses, astral mind, and causal intelligence of logic. Of these 10, a minuscule 5% or less are totally dedicated towards or gravitate towards this causal body of logic and intelligence. Such people end up with knowledge about logic from the ether through their perseverance, practice, and experience, and they turn out to be great intellectuals, monks, saints, godmen, rishis, maharishis, siddhas, etc. The others don't. However, this minority of living entities comes back again to teach or train the other 95% in how to get evolved in this material world through spiritualism one way or the other. It also trains them in material brilliance, achievement, knowledge, experience, maturity, etc. We must all think of getting into astral projection and slowly but steadily evolve ourselves to room into the 5% bracket of those who gravitate towards causal intelligence of logic. Once we do that, we come across sublime and blissful knowledge, both material and spiritual. This will make us very good specimens of living entities who can become right candidates for becoming messengers of God, getting liberated from repeated births and deaths, and finally get delivered into the kingdom of the Lord. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this particular matter. Please give me your own expert opinions, thoughts, and ideas so that I may blend everything together for the sake of this society. Before concluding, let me remind you that I am also a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.